Time now for the Coca-Cola pregame show.
Yeah, we're live at Plymouth High School. Jack Edison Core, Rusty Nixon, and Peyton Skirvin with you here for championship action. Plymouth Holiday Tournament, the last game of the weekend. It is the girls' championship, and it features North Judson against Plymouth here tonight. And this ought to be an interesting game. Watching North Judson in their first contest, these are two teams that want to play pretty much the same way.
Yeah, I think it starts on the defensive end for both these teams, Rusty. As we've kind of seen a lot with a lot of these local teams, just there's a lot of time spent on the defensive end of the floor, and you can tell. Judson kind of got after Washington Township a little bit yesterday. It took a while for Plymouth to kind of settle into their game. So I'm interested to see, really how the first couple minutes of this game start, Rusty. I think that's going to tell us a lot about, kind of everything we need to know about how that game's going to go.
Washington Township came back and beat New Prairie here in the consolation finals.
Wow, did they really?
2 games ago. So they had a nice game in game number 2 and defeated New Prairie, who Plymouth defeated last night. Now, you mentioned defense. You can mention that again. I mean, Plymouth is averaging, they only give up just under 40 points a game, 38.9, something like that. The same for North Judson. They're only giving up about 37, 38 points a game on the average. Difference is Judson's scoring about 60. Plymouth only scoring 38, too. They're about dead even. So that's going to be the thing tonight. Who's going to score the basketball for Plymouth?
Yeah, Russ, you're completely right about that. And it was interesting seeing yesterday, the freshman Shipley being the leading scorer for Plymouth, and just curious to see if that trend continues for Plymouth, if they kind of rely on the youngins as they kind of have as the season has gone on, or are they going to, find some scoring elsewhere. It really was balanced for them, though. But, yeah, you're right, Rusty. Who's going to knock down some shots? Who's going to finish at the rim? Who's going to maybe get to the free throw line? We'll find out. Interesting
point. We made it last night a little bit for this Plymouth team. There's a lot of young players and a lot of freshmen and sophomores making big contributions on the varsity. There are some we haven't even seen yet. I'm thinking that I've seen play JV games over the course of the year. For our girls, one name in particular we haven't seen play is, where is she, Polando? Gabby Polando is a rebounding machine. The Ramirez girl is a rebounding machine.
Yeah, and we've seen a little bit of Feldman in the varsity game, but she played a lot of JV for them.
You're seeing a lot of Paige Frank. You're seeing a lot of Ella Davis had a nice night. So you got a lot of really young pieces that are showing you. Michaela and I talked before the break. I said, you got a young team still, but, the future's bright, but the future may be this second half run.
Yeah, we're 100% right about that, Rusty. And it's funny how, sometimes the best way to age as a player is to just play at the highest level. And sometimes it's, death by getting thrown into the fire, but you got to find yourself. And I think that's kind of what this Plymouth team has seen is you've got some girls that are settling into their game a little bit. And that comes, Rusty, when you play a Warsaw, when you play Northwood, you play the NLC schedule that Plymouth has. It kind of, you build a little bit of confidence, a little bit of character as a player through that.
Yeah, your non-conference schedule is bad enough, but then you got to get into that conference schedule. They still have to see Wawasee. They still have to see Concord. There's a lot left in that schedule, too. And we'll see how that plays out. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our pregame show. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of the Plymouth Holiday Tournament.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana. Serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Here's the keys to the game.
We already talked a little bit about this with Plymouth. What we didn't mention was some of the keys for North Judson. And let's add another Plymouth one. You got to find Kaylin Tunis.
Yeah,
she will light you up. She had 15 points in the first quarter yesterday and ended with 25. So she is a threat. The other thing with North Judson, one of the best programs around. They're traditionally one of the best girls programs around. They want you to play the full length of the floor. They're going to come out. They're going to pick you up. They're going to play full court defense. They want you to have to work for everything.
Yeah, they're going to put all sorts of ball pressure on Plymouth, try to force some turnovers and get some easy shots going the other way. That's kind of what we saw at Judson the other night, is just them getting off to a great start and then never looking back. So, for Judson, ride that wave, right? Continue to play the way that you did yesterday, and do the same thing tonight.
It's funny as I'm thinking back to the very first days when I came back here as a sports writer. And Judson had one of the best girls programs around, and Dave Cox wanted him on his schedule when he was really trying to build up the program here. And one of the turning point games in his program was that second year they were able to beat Judson. And Judson had won a regional, I think, that year. So you're talking about an amazing situation here as this rekindles. We haven't played them in a long time. We'll take a break and be right back.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. Here's your starting lineup, brought to you by First Federal Savings.
We're back at Plymouth High School, Jack Edison Court here at Plymouth, and we'll give you the starting lineups here. For North Judson, it'll be Ella Chambers. Glad to have her name finally. I had a wrong number for her yesterday, so I spent the day.
What's she wearing?
She's wearing number 4. They had her down as number 12, so she is wearing number 4. Shiloh DeBoard is wearing number 10. She is one of the other starters. Kaylin Tunis, everybody's going to know her number by the end of the first quarter, 11 for her. Macy Morrow will be out there as well, along with Annabelle Kennedy, a freshman, in that starting lineup. So Plymouth with a freshman in their starting lineup. Hayden Shipley will be that freshman. Lydia Ray will join her in the backcourt. Chloe Horton, one of the wings. Peyton Ellinger underneath, and Olivia Warner, another one of those wings, kind of a point guard, shooting guard hybrid. And those are your starting lineups. I tell you what, this is a big game for both teams. I know Judson comes in at 10-4, and they've won some big games already, but this kind of a tournament situation with a bigger team, bigger school, gives you a little bit of that sectional feel to it. Well, the other side, Plymouth has a chance to get some hardware.
Well, and I think, and that's a big thing for a team too. That can be an emotional, rallying point for you. And Plymouth, if a win here would get them 2 games above 500. And really kind of get you feeling pretty good about where you're at. Judson, on the other hand, has been red hot, Rusty. Now, they haven't played quite the competition that Plymouth has, but I assume they're going to say, we don't care. We're going to come out and we're going to do what we've done.
They have answered the bell every time they've had to, and Plymouth has had those young team moments, but they have looked very impressive of late. They've won 2 in a row now, but a big win before Christmas over Northwood, which traditionally one of the toughest teams on your schedule.
Absolutely.
Right before you head into that. And, you know, for Plymouth, being able to take home a trophy today would really be a big push into the second half of this season. Not that it wouldn't for Judson. You always want to win.
Yeah.
That's why you play the game.
Well, Rusty, and I'm really curious to see what does Judson do defensively. They come out and try to pressure Plymouth. You kind of said, I don't know if I expect them to do what they did yesterday, and that's, a good question. I'm interested to see, do they try to up the tempo, up the pressure? I mean, Plymouth's got some ball handlers, Rusty, so, I mean, they can make you pay if you try to put that pressure on and don't get back on defense.
New Prairie was a good look for them to look at when they get ready for this game, because New Prairie, once again, another team, they wanted to pick you up three-quarter. They wanted to try to speed you up and make you make mistakes, and Plymouth handled that. So we'll see if they'll do the same tonight, because that's literally what North Judson wants to do as well. It's going to be Shipley in the center against the 2 freshmen in the center. Annabelle Kennedy will be jumping it up for Judson. And we're just about ready to go. Championship action here at the Plymouth Holiday Tournament, and the tap is going to belong to Plymouth. And Shipley comes out with it, falls down, loses the handle. Boy, Shipley already kind of banged up a little bit, fell down twice down there, and it's going to be Plymouth handled the jump, but the held ball is going to go alternating. That was one of the
entertaining
stranger
start,
jump
Rusty.
balls
Entertaining
that
start.
I've seen.
That's gonna.
So you have a jump ball win and then lose possession on a held ball. So it's going to be North Judson ball, and that is Kennedy out top, throws it away, trying to hit Shiloh DeBoard over on the other side. So a turnover leads it off for Judson. Plymouth will have it back. No score. We're just underway. And Plymouth will bring it up with Olivia Warner. Working on the left side. Guarded up closely by Macy Morrow. Now Kennedy on Warner on the switch. And she throws it out of bounds as Ray came up and they had zigged when she should have zagged.
Everybody finding their legs a little bit here, Rusty. And their passes.
It's going to be Judson ball now. The board will bring it across. Has it over to Avery Johnston on the right side. Now Kennedy over right to, see who the number is there. I can't get it. That is DeBoard. Now she's got it top of the key. Now over to Johnston, works it back to the middle. Kennedy wanted the ball underneath, but nothing there. Plymouth in a zone. Tunis with it, gives it out to Morrow. Now Johnston looking for somewhere to go, has DeBoard. She'll drive it, spin move with the paint, gives it back to Tunis. She'll take it into the paint, spins, goes up for the layup, misses it, and the rebound will come down in the hands of Warner. So a decent possession for Judson. They can't get any points, and Plymouth will have it back. We have no score. Lydia Ray looks for the cutter through. It's going to be Warner, and she gets fouled on the way there. It's going to be Annabelle Kennedy picking that one up.
A good ball movement there out of Judson on that last possession, Rusty. I like what I saw offensively, just unable to get any sort of look there.
Pass deflected on the inbound by Johnston. She'll try to take it herself. Gets it across the timeline. Hits, trying to get Morrow's number in my head. Macy Morrow. Now to DeBoard, she'll take the left-handed three and buries it.
Yeah, that's cold-blooded, Rusty, and that's clean. That's from the P on the Plymouth script logo over there.
Shiloh DeBoard with a downtown three, and it's 3-0 Judson, full court pressure. Shipley brings it across. Her pass is wild, goes out of bounds, tipped by Johnston on the way out. So it'll stay Plymouth basketball at the half-court mark.
There's her answer on whether Judson's going to bring pressure, Rusty.
I think every made basket, you're going to see them go 3 quarters at least.
That's just their identity.
3-0, they lead at 5:52. Warner brings it across, nobody there, tries to throw it backdoor, gets it to Shipley. She'll pop it back out on the left side, waiting for Ray to come through, and another steal for Johnson, the second. And she'll take it down to the baseline and get fouled. So Avery Johnston with a couple of steals here, 2 turnovers for Plymouth. And they'll have it out under the basket. It'll be Kaylin Tunis throwing it in.
tell you something I noticed early, Rusty, is the energy on this Judson bench. I mean, they're excited to be here. There's quite a few of them on that bench, too.
Down in the corner, Tunis for three, and nothing but net. Galen Tunis has a three, couple of threes to start it off here for Judson. They lead it 6-0.
Yeah, just a little sag 1-2-2.
That's going to bring a timeout by Plymouth. We'll take a quick break as well. We're just underway, 5:23 to play in the first, 6-0 Judson. We will be right back.
Johnson-Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson-Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson-Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Plymouth has it out of their timeout. They'll bring it across with Peyton Hellinger working on the left side. 6-0 North Judson lead, and now a double dribble call, and Plymouth will give it back. 3 turnovers on their first 3 possessions.
Oops. Judson denying everything, Rusty, and just really putting on that ball pressure early.
5:11 to play in this first quarter. Tunis has it, looking in the middle, and she'll get it tomorrow now. Working on the right side, has Tunis down in the corner. She'll take it baseline. Tries to pass it down into the other corner to the board. It's kicked away, and it'll stay North Judson ball. Brooklyn Scruggs going to come onto the floor for Plymouth, and Peyton Ellinger will have her first break of the night. Pass comes into Kennedy. Now Morrow, top of the key, has Tunis. Back to Morrow. She'll dribble it left side of the lane. Passes it over. Tunis will take the 3 from the top of the key. Bounces off, long rebound. Comes down in the hands of DeBoard. Ball on the floor now. 3 people on the floor diving for it. Lydia Ray will come out of there with it. Up quickly to Shipley. She'll wait for Chloe Horton. Horton goes baseline. Has it knocked out of her hands. Wild pass. Gins up in the hands of Scruggs. Lydia Ray now off the screen. Shipley working left side. Gets to the block. Kicks in the corner. Warner for 3. Just a little short, and we're going to get a foul. As Kennedy had Ray boxed out, Lydia got a little bit too aggressive, and she'll pick up number 1. It's going to be a key, too. Lydia's been in trouble the last 2 games, in foul trouble, that is. And she needs to stay on the floor a little longer here in the first half.
I tell you, you're not going to get a rebound over Kennedy. I'm surprised she's a freshman, Rusty. She moves really well. In
another one of those freshmen who physically looks like she can handle her own with the older girls. 6-0, 4:04 to play here in the first. Scruggs all over Morrow. She'll give it up on the left side to DeBoard. Works into the paint, gives it to Tunis. Tunis guarded by Scruggs now. She'll hand it off to DeBoard. She'll go back to the left. Lays it up, and not going to go down, but a foul here. I think it's going to be on Chloe Horton, and it is.
Tell you what, North Judson moving the ball just enough to get those north-south dribbles right at the basket, and just a great job there of getting your shoulder square, going up strong with the left.
Paige Frank going to come on here for Plymouth as soon as the first free throw is shot. DeBoard will put it in the air, and she'll miss it. Shiloh DeBoard will get number 2. Chloe Horton going to take a seat.
2 fouls early for Chloe, and that's significant for Plymouth.
She is a scoring threat, but she's not a scoring threat on the bench. Second free throw, no good. Rebound is contested underneath. Kennedy comes out of there with it. So 2 missed free throws, and now Tunis going to get a look at it. Layup no good. Warner comes in. Tunis going to get a little bit too much arm reaching in, and she's going to pick up the foul.
Plymouth has that height advantage, Rusty, but Judson's being a little more physical inside on those boards. That's kind of why they're ending up with those.
Full court pressure again. Warner has it, gives it to Shipley in the middle. Now over the left side to Ray. Still in the backcourt, Shipley brings it across. Long pass to the baseline and just misses. Warner out of bounds. 4 turnovers in the first 4 possessions for Plymouth.
The passes are too long, man. They got to get the ball in the middle against that trapping zone.
6-0 Judson. Avery Johnston brings it across. has Kennedy on the baseline, trying to push her way in, won't get there. Johnston now kicks it in the corner. DeBoard, Tunis for a look at three. Misses off the front. Johnston right there for the rebound, misses her shot, and has it taken away by Warner. Olivia going to try to go coast to coast, gets fouled on the way there. She'll shoot some free throws.
Once again, another offensive rebound for Judson. End up getting poked away there. Nice job by Warner, just sprinting with the ball and earning herself a trip to the free throw stripe to get Plymouth on the board finally.
Olivia Warner, one of the three-point contestants here in the earlier part of this day. Shot is up and good. She and Chloe Horton for Plymouth were the two shooters. Shipley going to take a break. Ella Davis going to come on. 6-1 the score. 3:02 to play in the first.
Ella plays hard. See if she can bring a little spark here off the bench.
Second shot is up. That one is no good. Long rebound comes down to Scruggs. She'll take it to the basket and get fouled. She'll shoot some free throws.
And Scruggs, man, she's a scrapper too. Both teams have some girls that are fighting for rebounds. It's fun to watch.
You're going to see a lot of bodies on the floor tonight. It's going to be a very similar game to the one we saw last night with New Prairie and Plymouth, as both these teams are going to fight for every 50-50 ball off the front of the rim. Scruggs misses it. And this may be something that comes back to haunt you later in the game if you can't get your free throws to fall.
No doubt about that.
On the floor now for the first time tonight, Grace Craig. And Scruggs will roll that one in. 6-2 now, 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Judson with the lead in the basketball. DeBoard comes across the floor. Top of the key, left side, Tunis in the corner. Johnston will take the three, in and out. Rebound knocked into the hands of DeBoard. She'll throw up a left-handing run-and jumper. No good. Ball rolling out of bounds in the corner. It's going to belong to Plymouth.
Just a lot of extra possessions for Judson. Can't cash in on that one, but you got to love that you're getting extra looks at the basket.
Well, Plymouth hasn't even really gotten a real shot off yet. They've got 5 offensive rebounds already. Judson does.
Got to get somebody in the middle against this.
6-2, 2:34.
They got to get it across.
Now they got to get across the 10-second line. Warner going to beat it with the dribble. Frank goes to the bucket, lays it up, misses it. Rebound comes down in the hands of Kennedy. She'll get it to Johnston on the break. Gets to the baseline on the right side, brings it back out. Kennedy top of the key. Tunis. DeBoard thought about the three from the same place she hit the other. Gives up the shot. Kennedy now with it top of the key. Hands it to Johnston. She'll back it out. And they'll set up the offense. Pass over on the left side. DeBoard thought about it again. Now going to bring it back to the middle. Drives it, hands it off to Kennedy. She'll take it into the paint. Running jumper for her, no good. Scruggs out of there with a rebound. Up the court, Scruggs. In transition has Warner, now to Ray. She'll bring it to the right side. Frank thought about the three. Gives it up the baseline to Scruggs on the right side. Top of the key to Warner. Hands it to Frank. Page needs some help. She dribbled it to catch it. She'll get it to Warner. 6-2 our score, minute 30 to play in the first. Olivia Warner kills the dribble, gets it to Scruggs. She'll take the three off the rim. Long rebound comes down to Scruggs. She's got 3 already. Pass to Frank. Frank will go to the free throw line. Kicks it. Ray will take the three. Bang.
That's a great offensive possession for Plymouth, and I think that's why it's going to bring a timeout from Judson. A lot of ball movement, a lot of great passing, ends up in a wide-open shot.
Take a quick break as well. It is 6-5 now. Judson with the lead, minute 7 to play.
Now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Edison Court here at Plymouth High School. Rusty Nixon, Peyton Skirvin. 6-5, Judson lead. They'll have it out of their own timeout. They'll bring it across with Avery Johnston working on the right side. Nowhere to go. Kicks it to Kennedy. Kennedy now on the left wing. Tunis will drive it. Has it knocked out of her hands. Recovers it. Driving it now is Grace Craig. She'll kick it to Kennedy, right side to DeBoard. Looking in the middle, nothing there. Now coming through all alone. Johnston, shot won't drop, but she keeps the rebound alive to DeBoard.
Yeah, she had a great look at the basket, Rusty, and a great cut.
And didn't quit on it, though. That's the thing you see. She got the hand on that rebound, and now Kennedy goes hard to the floor on a drive, and she'll go shoot free throws. A lot of times that shooter just gives up on the play, and Avery Johnston was having nothing to do with that. She made sure that they got the ball back. Kennedy. Shot is up, and that one is good. I have a feeling whoever hits their free throws in this one is going to have a distinct advantage.
Rusty, I think you know ball. I think that's a great, astute.
Seen it a couple of times. Second one goes down. Nobody shoots them anymore, but they sure are important for some reason. Scruggs brings it across to Ray. She'll get to the block, get to the rim, can't hit the layup. Rebound in the hands of Tunis. She'll bring it up the right side and gets fouled there, I think, by Scruggs.
And we've talked about those fouls that far away from the basket a lot this weekend, Rusty, and that's going to send Judson to the free throw line, too.
Fifth foul in this period, 20 seconds left. It's going to bring Shipley back to the floor. Second foul there on Scruggs already. She's still in the first quarter.
Yeah, and those are the little things, Rusty, that kind of win you a championship and lose you a championship.
Tunis hits it.
Tunis to the line for Judson.
I won't tell you what she shot yesterday. I've learned my lesson on that one.
I think maybe just...
She was okay. Second one goes down.
Oh, yes. Good, Russ. You didn't jinx anybody.
She did all right yesterday on the free throw line. 10 to 5. Let's just put it this way. That's 7 in a row she's hit now. Ball is deflected in the backcourt. They've got to get across the 10-second line, and they'll get it to Warner. Judson's full court pressure causing fits here for Plymouth in the early going. Shipley is all alone, goes to the basket at the buzzer, can't hit it. But everybody split and left Hayden Shipley all alone for a drive, but nothing doing. So we go to the second quarter now. It is 10 to 5. Judson with the lead. It's Plymouth coverage of the max coverage of the Plymouth Holiday Tournament. There, that works a little better. We'll work on that.
Bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Jack Edison Court here at Plymouth High School. Plymouth has it to start the second quarter. 10 to 5 lead for Judson. Hayden Shipley will drive it to the right side, runs out of room, needs help. Gets it from Ray, who picks up a loose ball on the pass then. Keeps it alive for Plymouth. Top of the key now, Peyton Ellinger back on the floor after the quarter break. Hands it off. Warner trying to thread her way through the paint, and it goes off the leg of a Blue Jay defender, but Warner saw a huge lane just close instantly.
As quickly as it opened.
So the ball will stay Plymouth's, luckily, because Warner got in there and was triple teamed. Now she'll get the long throw in. 10 to 5 our score. We're underway here, just underway. Second quarter. In the corner, Ray for three. Misses it all. Rebound in the hands of Shipley. She'll kick it. Frank will take the three and bury it.
That's a great look right there. Feet were ready, hands were ready, stepped into it confidently. Much needed.
10-8, 7:10 to go here in the second. DeBoard has Tunis. She'll take the three from downtown. Just rolls it right in.
What an answer right there from Tunis.
8 points for her, 13-8. Judson lead. They'll get a steal here from Grace Craig. And 5 turnovers now for Plymouth, just 1 for Judson. 13-8, DeBoard has Tunis. Boy, you know, she's all the way out, almost in the first row of the bleachers over there, and you almost have her and DeBoard. You've got to honor that. Mm-hmm. And now a travel call. Judson just their second turnover.
Yeah, with the ability they have to shoot the ball from, basically anywhere when they walk across half court. Got to respect that.
Those two especially have shown they'll fire it up from there, and it's a good shot. Now a deflected pass ends up in the hands of Kennedy, and it comes right back to North Judson. Double team. We're going to get a timeout called to save the possession as Kennedy got trapped over there with no dribble. And it's a full timeout. We'll take a full break as well. 6:25 to play in the first half. 13-8 North Judson. We will be right back.
In a world where there's so many ways to get your news, stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Back at Edison Court, Plymouth High School. Judson will have it out of their timeout. Avery Johnson will dribble it across. 13-8. Jays lead it. 6:19 to play here in the second. Now on the floor for Judson's 21, Kaya Burkett for the first time today. Baseline drive by Grace Craig. Has it knocked out of her hands. It'll stay North Judson basketball.
Got to go up a little stronger than that, Rusty. Probably need to go off 2 feet if you're going to want to finish that one.
In traffic, too. Pass comes in to Kennedy. Now Burkett hands it off to DeBoard. Back to Burkett on the right wing. Brings it back to the middle. Pick and roll to DeBoard. Kicks it now to Grace Craig. Her shot, no good. And Frank will come out with a rebound for Plymouth. Up quickly, Ray to the free throw line. Cut off, has Warner on the right wing. She'll bring it back to the middle. Looking left side now, has Ray on the wing. She'll bring it back to the middle, top of the key, Frank. Frank hands it to Warner. Warner will get it to Ellinger down on the left side. She'll drive it back to the free throw line and hand it to Ray. Gives her a screen. Warner now with it. Gets a screen from Ray. Shipley with it, drives it to the block. She'll get it to Ray. Thought about the 15-footer. Decides to drive instead and will shoot some free throws. And I think that's the kind of movement you're talking about earlier.
Yeah, there's pretty good ball movement. I'd like to see a little more, movement with a purpose out of each person. Trying to set a lot of screens for each other. I'd like to be a little more in unison, right, where you're setting up a screen and timing it up rather than just kind of doing it.
Ray's free throw is good. Her first trip there tonight.
You can all tell they're all being unselfish, trying to get each other open. You just got to have a little more cohesion with it. I think that's part of playing a young group of girls, right?
Well, you got to get used to everybody. And the second free throw by Ray is no good. Plymouth shooting about 50% from the line so far. 13-9, 5:08 to play here in the second quarter. Judson with the lead. They have the ball. Tunis working top of the key. Hands it off to DeBoard. Spin move in the paint. She'll get double teamed. And gets fouled from behind. I believe that's going to go on Shipley, and it will. Her first foul.
Slow-moving second quarter here, Rusty. A couple timeouts, a lot of whistles. Not a whole lot of flow here.
Judson will bring it in under the basket, and on the play, DeBoard gets the inbound on the block and gets fouled by Ellinger.
And the old screen, the screener. One of those 2-3 plays you see. There's a handful of them that about every team runs a variation of, and that's just one of the classics.
13-9 the score. Trying to make it 14 is DeBoard. Her first free throws. Nothing but net.
It's like halfback dive.
Halfback dive.
Just got to do it, man. It's just there's a reason it worked all these years. Screen the screener.
Power.
Yep, exactly. You get it.
Second free throw, no good. 1 of 3 from the line. And Shipley away with her second rebound. 1 of 3 from the line for DeBoard. Plymouth with a chance to cut into a 14-9 Judson lead. Shipley with it, drives to the left block, tries to go up. Gets tripped on the way there. Avery Johnson just didn't get her feet in front, got him to the side. And Shipley went right over the top.
Glad Shipley's okay. She went down pretty hard.
I know, she landed on her knees too. I thought
I'd be down for a month.
Yeah, I'd probably never get up from that. Pass comes in, Ellinger with it. She'll try and rolls around, no good. Burkett will come away with her first rebound. Up quickly on the break. Johnson on the baseline, cut off. Kicks it back out to the trailer, Tunis. She'll take it to the board. She'll shoot the ball and not make it, but she'll shoot some free throws.
Great take there. You kind of seen Judson rely on the long ball here. I don't hate seeing them take it in, going strong off of 2 feet inside the lane.
Johnston got cut off on that drive on the baseline and got it in the right hands as Tunis hits the first free throw. And now Hanley Feldman will come out as Ellinger will take a seat for a break here in the second quarter. 15-9 Judson, and no good. Shipley with her third rebound. So Tunis finally misses one here this weekend.
No kidding.
Ray has it to Warner. Goes right side. Feldman. She'll drive it. They're going to call her for a travel. Gave that head fake first, and the feet can't move when your head goes.
Tell you what, Frank's given some good minutes here for Plymouth with some other girls here in foul trouble.
She has played well over the course of the year when she's been called on. You got a lot of you got 3 freshmen out there now, right? Frank's a sophomore.
Yeah, she's sophomore.
Pass goes to Tunis. She'll shoot the 3 from the top of the key, misses it. And Warner will come away with a rebound. Her second, pushes the issue. Has it to Frank on the right wing. Back to Warner. Feldman. Shipley will drive it to the paint. Trying to find somebody on the block. Has it knocked out of her hands. Ray will recover it. Working on the right side. Gets cut off by DeBoard. Good defense by Judson. Hanley Feldman loses a handle. Gives it up to Frank in the corner to Warner on the right side. Brings it top of the key. Shipley for 3. No good. Feldman fights for the rebound. It ends up in the hands of who's going to actually end up with it? I think Craig's going to get the credit for the rebound, but you had 4 girls in there fighting for it. Held ball is going to go to Judson on alternating possessions, and Kennedy will come back to the floor. Grace Craig will take a break.
Yeah, it's really good offense out of Plymouth, Rossi. I think that's 2 back-to-back possessions where they've swung the ball a couple times, set some really solid screens while they're moving that ball, and they need more of that.
That was one of those good shots out of the flow of the offense. It just didn't go down. 3:15, pass in the middle. Kennedy decides against it, kicks it to Burkett. Coming off the screen to Board, couldn't handle it. And it goes out of bounds. Just the 3rd turnover for Judson. And Plymouth will have it back, trailing 15-9. 3:08, clock running. Warner works it over to Shipley. Full court pressure again by Judson. Warner going to dribble it, has Shipley into the middle. Had a man open on the block. Frank was standing there by herself, and just a great job. I think it was Burkett down there, kicked it out of bounds, and it's going to stay Plymouth ball, but saved an easy bucket.
And Judson's had a lot of those deflections. We've talked about those deflections quite a bit this weekend, and it just disrupts an offense in its flow.
Chloe Horton going to come back to the floor. She's got the ball, tries to drive it, has it ripped out of her hands on the way to the basket. And the Judson bench wanted a held ball, but it's going to be a foul on Burkett.
Chloe Horton to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job getting in the lane, going up strong. If you stay straight up and force her to try to finish through that, I think you're probably better off.
Horton with the free throw, hits it. She was held rather silent yesterday in the scoring column. Gotten some foul trouble early.
This might get her going.
She'll get a second free throw here. 15-10 now. And it stays 15-10, and she misses a second one. And the rebound goes to Annabelle Kennedy. That's number 3 for her. Tunis with it, has Burkett. She'll take the 3 from top of the key. It won't drop, and the rebound kept alive by Kennedy. And DeBoard standing alone under there. Avery Johnson with a beautiful pass, and it's 2 points. 17-10 now. Judson, Ray on the break. Kicks it to Horton in the corner. She'll bring it back to the middle, has Warner. Now Shipley. Ray in the right corner, head fake, goes for the drive, cut off, gives it to Feldman. She'll come back to the middle, gives it back to Ray on the block. She'll work it out top. Now tries to drive again. Left-handed swing. What would you even call that? A left-handed scoop hook.
2 points. That's what it is.
2 points.
Needs it. That's any way to score, whatever it takes.
Lydia Ray makes it 17-12. Judson, 1:55 to play. Right side, Johnston. Looking for somewhere to go. Feldman on the defense. Shipley with the deflection.
Good hustle.
Feldman on the floor with the basketball. Ray now up with it quickly. Has Shipley on the opposite block, and she can't hit the layup, and the ball goes into the hands of Burkett.
Yeah, just take your time. Go up a little stronger with it. I think you're better off there.
So now Judson avoids a disaster. They'll have it back. Still have a 17-12 lead. Kennedy with a good move into the paint. And it's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay North Judson basketball. Judson folks wanted to foul. It's one time I've seen them call it that way, where if you stand with your hands straight up, they say they won't call a foul on you. It's the first time I've seen that actually be true. Pass comes into Burkett. Long 3 from DeBoard, right off the back of the rim. And Chloe Horton comes away with a rebound. Up quickly, Warner with it. She'll work it to Horton on the running jumper from 10. Buries it. Chloe Horton. 17-14. Minute to play in the first half. Judson with the 3-point lead. Avery Johnston kicks it. DeBoard passes up the 3, drives it instead. Gets to the paint, misses it. Rebound loose, and it's going to go to Johnston. She'll get it to Tunis. 42 seconds. Tunis goes to the bucket, lays it up, no good. But she'll get some free throws.
This game is, as we expected, been a defensive battle, and I think Plymouth's done a good job of holding Judson kind of in line, Rusty. They haven't gotten a lot of great looks that they maybe had a little earlier in the first quarter.
Tunis will trigger it in. Chloe Horton will take a seat as Frank comes back to the floor. Some good minutes here from Feldman.
Absolutely.
Pass into the corner for Tunis. And like we were talking about in the pregame, these young players, they're going to be demanding some playing time by the way they play. Burkett, cold-blooded, just buries a 3 from way downtown. Kaya Burkett makes it 20-14. 18 seconds left in the first half. Warner dribbles right into trouble. Has it knocked out of her hand. Annabelle Kennedy with her second steal.
Yeah, it's foul.
8 turnovers for Plymouth in this first half. That's really the story of this game so far. They haven't been able to handle that full court pressure.
You know, and this is the second time this game, Rusty, where Plymouth has fouled late in the quarter to send Judson the line, and that's just, those are killers, man.
Second foul on Ray. You got Scruggs, Ray, and Shipley, all with 2. Horton with 2. And Avery Johnston misses the first free throw. She'll get a second one. Horton going to come back. Hanley Feldman going to take a seat. You're seeing it's just a matter of time. The problem that Kayla Shalley is going to have is having enough time for everybody because you got a lot of good players down there that need to get on the floor. Pass goes into the corner. Actually, the rebound goes into the corner.
It's a huge mistake out of Plymouth.
And a foul.
They miss a free throw, and you let them get the offensive rebound and send them right back to the free throw line again.
Even worse, Hayden Shipley picks up number 3. As Kennedy chased it down in the corner on the rebound, and Shipley trying to get there first, went right through her. First shot by Kennedy, rolls around and out. So Feldman will come back now for Shipley, and she may have to sit some of the third quarter with 3 fouls. We'll see what Michaela decides to do. 20-14. And that one rolls in and out. Chloe Horton with the rebound. She'll bring it up, trying to direct traffic. 3 seconds. Warner will take a long three off the back of the rim, no good. And that'll end the first half. We go to halftime, and it's been what we thought it was going to be. This has been a defensive battle. 20 for Judson-San, or 14 for Plymouth. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our halftime show. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage, the Plymouth Holiday Tournament Girls Championship action.
There's so many ways to get your news. Stay connected by finding out information about your school, local news, along with sports and current events. With a subscription to the Pilot News, they bring you everything you need to know right at your fingertips or on your doorstep. Call Circulation today and ask for their monthly special. Call 574-936-3101 today. Pilot News, Marshall County's news source since 1851.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that understands you. At First Federal Savings Bank, we offer more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're here for you every step of your journey. Need a loan for that new dream home? We've got you covered. Looking to save for the future? Let's make it happen together. From personal banking to business banking, we offer full-service solutions tailored to your needs, online, in person, or over the phone. No matter where you are, we're with you every step of the way. First Federal Savings Bank, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. First Federal Savings Bank is FDIC insured and equal housing lender. NMLS number 399927.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
It's the Big B Coffee Halftime Show.
We're back. One of our broadcast friends, Chaz Struggs, joins us here. Brought some water, man. He's making sure we're hydrated. I find that fabulous. Here to watch his sister play, I think.
I'll tell you, she's playing well, too. She's giving some really good minutes.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear she's doing really well. But let's take a look at some of the scoring. Lydia Ray led Plymouth. She had 6 points in that first half. Brooklyn had a point, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, but had 3 rebounds off the bench in that first quarter. Got in a little foul trouble. It's Chloe Horton with 3 points and a couple of rebounds. Paige Frank, good solid minutes in that first half. Had a 3 for 3 points. Olivia Warner with 1 for 2 from the line. She had 1 point, and that's somebody. She's kind of a wild card. If she can get hot, man, you're talking about that makes a huge difference if she can start getting some of those threes to drop. For Judson, it was Shiloh DeBoard with 6 points. Also had 3 rebounds to go with that. Kaylin Tunis had 9 points. She had a rebound as well. Avery Johnston, 3 rebounds, no points. Kaya Burkett, had a big 3 there at the end for 3 points. Had a couple of rebounds as well. And Annabelle Kennedy, 2 for 3 from the line for 2 points, had 4 boards. and was a force in the middle there, defensively especially, but making sure that people weren't getting easy rebounds under there. Basically it has been the ability of Judson to force turnovers, number one. Number two, to clean up the boards. They had a bunch of offensive rebounds that first quarter that really gave them a push.
I mean, when you think about the fact that Judson probably had maybe almost 15 more possessions than Plymouth, 15 more opportunities at the basket than Plymouth at least, just based on turnovers on Plymouth's end where they couldn't get it across half court or, even into the lane. And then on the other end, Judson just getting offensive rebounds, missing shots and crashing the boards hard, and that tallies up, Rusty, especially when you're not making shots. Well, it gives you more opportunities to make some shots. And for Plymouth to only be down 6 after allowing all that, you got to feel pretty decent about that.
I was going to say, Plymouth turned the ball over on their first 4 possessions.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, at that point, Judson also had 5 offensive rebounds in the same span of time. Well, look at where we're at, 20-14. They've just been able to ride that and keep them at arm's distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're completely right about that, Rusty. And if they keep playing that suffocating defense, it's going to be hard for Plymouth to have even a shot of getting back into this. But Plymouth's got to get the ball to the middle. They've got to continue to move it like they did on a few of those possessions, and they'll give themselves a shot.
Take a break. We come back. We'll continue our halftime show. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of the Plymouth Holiday Tournament. It's Judson over Plymouth 20-14 here in the Girls Championship. We'll be right back.
McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer.
Johnson-Danielson Funeral Home has been established in the community of Plymouth since 1879, and its staff is committed to providing care that goes beyond the expected in serving today's families who call Marshall County their home. They welcome families seeking options and alternative ways to pay tribute to someone, from burial packages to pre-planning to planning a checklist. The professionals, along with caring staff at Johnson-Danielson, are available to assist your family 24 hours a day by simply calling 574-936-2829. Visit their website at johnsondanielson.com for a complete list of services. Johnson-Danielson Funeral Home. Service beyond expectation.
Back at Jack Edison Court here at Plymouth High School. It's halftime of the girls' championship game of the Plymouth Holiday Tournament. And North Judson holding a 20-14 lead. A couple of interesting girls' games going on elsewhere, especially tonight. One that is interesting to me, we talked about this a little bit this afternoon, how Bremen's girls have been the story in girls basketball around this region for about 4 or 5 years now. Having another outstanding season they got. Watching those 3 guards play, they are really, really good. Well, the only team standing in their way, in my mind, of maybe getting to the finals is Whitco. And Whitco just took it to Huntington North today. So, 69-47. And, so that's going to be a battle. They won't meet each other until the regional round, but that's waiting for them at that point. And I got a feeling they'd like to have that back because they should have won that game last year, and Whitco was just as good. But we'll see what happens as they get through that. Also, the Plymouth Lady Crusaders here. What a Max Preps, you are really on top of it. Judson leading the Plymouth Lady Crusaders 20-14. And let's see, we've got another one I thought was going to be interesting. Triton is going to play Caston later. Northwood has Tippecanoe Valley. That'll be a battle. But here's one. Tri-Township, we'll see what happens. But Glenn at 12-2, you talk about another story. They almost have to be sectional favorites in their sectional.
Talk about defense.
Except they've got CMA in that one. And you're talking about two teams with averaging. I think Glenn might be the best defensive team in the state of Indiana in
You might
their
be right,
class.
Rusty. They are good.
I think 32 points a game is all they allow, and they really take pride in that. But CMA isn't far behind. I think they're around 34, 35. So a lot of good defense being played by the girls' teams here in this region. Like I said, Bremen, Eliana Grubbs, and I'm going to miss everybody else's name, but I mean, Eliana scored her 1,000th point the other day. You've got they just really have a lot of pieces. They are such a good basketball team. I've only seen them once, but we'll see them coming up here in the holidays or in the Bi-County.
Coach Shalio, a product of that program.
Yes, she is. She played for Alex Robinson when she was there. Alex has had a nice run at Bremen. But it seems like Bremen's girls basketball team is always good. Their girls basketball team and softball
absolutely
just wins everything. Plymouth will have it to start the third quarter. And a pass down low. Chloe Horton has the shot partially blocked. And DeBoard will come away with a rebound on the break in the corner. Tunis for a wide open look at three, in and out. And the rebound comes down to Paige Frank. Frank with her second board. Ball on the floor. Ray's going to have to chase it down. She does. Hits it off Warner and gets it back. Now Horton for a three. No good. Rebound in the hands of Tunis. And, boy, we've started out like a house on fire here in the third. Up quickly. Tunis. Corner. Johnson. Baseline. Top of the key to board. Back to Tunis on the wing. She'll pull it out. Slow it down at least for a second as she drives to the paint. Lays it up and lays it in.
Tell you, Plymouth going with a different lineup here in the second half, Rusty. They've got Scruggs starting.
And a long pass to Horton. She'll get to the baseline. Shot fake. Passes it up. Gives it to Ray for a 15-footer. She misses everything. And it'll go out of bounds and belong to Judson. So Frank on the floor.
Yeah, Frank's starting here in the second half as well. So
you've got Shipley on the bench with three. I figured they'd have to keep her out. Ray has two. Scruggs has two. Horton has two. And here we have Paige Frank with Scruggs both on the floor with Warner, Ray, and Horton. Pass goes to DeBoard. Now to Johnston. Down on the right wing, that is Kennedy. Gets it into the corner, now out to Macy Morrow back on the floor. As Judson has their starters back out there. Johnston for three. No good. Rebound is long, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Plymouth.
Yeah, Judson really struggling from the three-point line, Rusty. I mean, their percentage can't be great. They've gotten some good looks at it. And, as many as they scored yesterday, you'd expect them to knock some down.
Other than Kaylin Tunis, they probably do have not as good a three-point average as they had yesterday. Baseline, going to the bucket, Scruggs for two.
Good pass ahead by Horton there. That's what they need to do, get the ball to the middle and attack.
Ball comes up quickly. Morrow, top of the key. Right side, Tunis thought about the three, pulls it back. Now Morrow over to DeBoard, looking in the middle. Nobody cutting where she wants him, so she'll dribble it around, goes to the baseline. Kicks it in the corner. Tunis all alone for three. Bang.
And only a two, Rusty.
Oh, they said she was on the line. A two-pointer for Tunis. 24-16. Judson with the lead. Horton to the bucket. Puts up the shot. Misses it. Gets her own rebound and walks with it.
And
they're going to call a foul. And they're going to call out on DeBoard. I thought she took two steps after she caught the ball. Horton will trigger it in. 5:34 to play in the third. Scruggs with it. Drives it to the baseline. Partially blocked. Gets her own rebound. Gets it out to Horton. Now top of the key, Warner. Off the screen, Horton will take the three. Off the back of the rim, bounces around, and comes down in the hands of Morrow. Judson now. Scruggs trying to play defense down the street, or down the sideline with DeBoard. They'll get it across. Johnston, Tunis, wide open look at three, and she just is deadly.
There's a double-digit lead for Judson here. It's starting to get to the danger zone for Plymouth.
If Tunis starts to heat up, she can put double digits up in just the next 3 minutes. Horton can't hit the running jumper. Gets her own rebound. Keeps it alive for Plymouth.
3 for number 3, Lydia Ray.
Lydia Ray puts a 3 in. Makes it 27-19, 4:39 to play. Here in the third. Avery Johnston. Coley Horton trying to get a little more assertive, but has drawn a lot of attention. Kennedy, wide open look at the basket, has it knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. It's going to stay Judson ball.
Yeah, she got knocked down hard there.
She went into the paint and had the ball knocked away, and she ended up on the ground. So now in the corner, DeBoard going to throw it in to Johnston. Gets a screen from Morrow. Looking underneath, had the board for a second, but passed it up, gives it to Morrow instead. Now Tunis into the paint, into the bucket, lays it up, won't drop. Paige Frank with the rebound. A lot of contact. 27-19. Up quickly.
Nice pass.
Ray had it, and Scruggs loses the handle out of bounds. Ray had Brooklyn Scruggs all alone under the basket. She couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, Shipley checking in the game here, Rusty.
9th turnover for Plymouth. Warner will take her first break here in the third at 3:56. And it's 27-19 for Judson. Left side, Johnston gives it up to Grace Craig, who came in at that break. DeBoard has Morrow. She'll try to drive. Cut off by Horton. Now Craig tries to drive. Gets it into the paint, knocked away. She'll recover it. Gives it up to Board for a long three and buries that. Just pulled it up and banged it.
Ice in her veins, Rusty.
30-19. Craig, Scruggs gets down to the baseline, gets tied up down there by DeBoard. It'll belong to Judson.
There's another one of those little plays that wins you possession for Judson. They get down there, get the trap, nowhere to go.
And their hands are very active. Mm-hmm. And Shipley jumps in front of the pass. Knocks it off of DeBoard, and it'll go to Plymouth. Turnover right back. That's just number 4 for
Yeah, they played extremely
Judson.
clean. Well, somebody's got to take it out here.
I'm going to say, you used to want to do that. It's the only time I got to touch the ball. Scruggs brings it in. Gives it up to Horton. Thinks about the drive, backs it up, gives it over to Ray, top of the key. Now off the screens, Scruggs to Chloe Horton. Shot fake, she'll give it over to Shipley on the right side. In the hands of Scruggs. She'll get it back to Shipley in the right corner. Coming across, Horton at the top of the key. Ray off a screen, wide open for 3.
They got to keep feeding her, Rusty. She's feeling it right now.
Ray with a three-pointer makes it 30-22. Horton with the assist. DeBoard breaks the pressure, gets to the paint, lays it up off the block and puts it in. Nobody stopped the ball.
And you got to stop it way sooner than that, Rusty, outside of the paint.
32-22. DeBoard got all the way to the block before anybody played defense, and now Johnston with a steal on the pass. All alone for 3. Morrow. It won't drop, and Paige Frank and Tunis in a hand fight underneath. Pass goes way down the court to Ray, and she's hammered on the way to the basket. Getting really physical out there.
Like to see it, though, Rusty. That's 2 teams fighting for a trophy here tonight.
Tunis and Frank were in it underneath the basket. Both of them pushing and shoving. Ball came out of there. Ray got a long pass, and she'll miss the free throw. Lydia Ray, 1 of 3 from the line. Tunis going to get a little rest here. First time tonight for her. Second shot by Ray. That one no good. Rebound contested on the ground, and Morrow comes out of there with it. So 0 for 2 from the line for Ray. Corner, Burkett has Craig underneath. She can't hit the shot. Rebound comes long to Morrow. Gets all the way out to the 10-second line. DeBoard gets ripped into by Scruggs. Well, that was one of those when you see a guy coming around that corner as a head jerks back when he gets that hit. It's exactly what that looked like.
Little whiplash, yeah.
32-22. Foul will be on Scruggs. That's her third. In the paint, DeBoard working on Scruggs. And a little scoop shot, puts it in.
Little dipsy-do.
14 for DeBoard. Ball on the floor. Shipley will try to save it for Plymouth. She can't. It's going to end up in the hands of Burkett.
Oh, I think they threw it away right back.
And it looks like it might be because Plymouth's going to call a timeout. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with possession here. We'll sort that out when we come back. But we've got a 34-22 score, full timeout for Plymouth. We'll take a break. You're listening to Max 98.3's Game of the Week.
Restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
MCF got its start in 2018 with one goal: bring fast, reliable fiber internet to Marshall County. Today, we offer lightning-fast speeds, equal upload and download with no contracts and no install fees. Whether you're working from home or streaming all night, Marshall County Fiber keeps you connected. We might be the new kid on the block, but we're growing fast, just like our internet. Visit marshallfiber.com or call 574-223-2191. MCF, making rural connections possible.
Back at Jack Edison Court here at Plymouth High School, 34-22 our score. And Plymouth will have it out of their timeout. Aiden Shipley will trigger it into Lydia Ray. Let's see what they drew up in that timeout. 1:25, clock running in the third. Chloe Horton for three. Misses it all. And it'll go out of bounds. And Shipley let it go out of bounds. Kind of surprised at that. And it'll go over to Judson. So they'll have it in, and Plymouth is going to full court pressure. I thought we might see this at some point. It looks like they're going to break it easily, and they do. DeBoard down quickly into the paint, spin move, double team, kicks it all the way over to the left side, or right, left side to Morrow, top of the key to Burkett. Thought about the three, gives it up to Johnston. She'll drive it down to the baseline on the right side, kicks it out. DeBoard had a look, drove it instead, gives it to Craig. Now hands it over to Morrow. In the right corner, Johnston on the baseline, kicks it to Gregg. She can't hit the layup, and Horton comes down with her fifth rebound. Chloe Horton with the rebound. 34-22, Judson with the lead here. 35 seconds, Plymouth with the ball, and almost intercepted by Morrow. Horton, running jumper, flips it up and in.
And now Plymouth needs to get some stops here. Too many easy looks at the basket for Judson.
10-point lead for Judson. We're going to get a foul. That's going to be 4 on Shipley.
Yeah, she can't do that when she knows she's in foul trouble.
She is in deeper foul trouble now. That's number 4 on her. It's going to bring Olivia Warner off the bench. And Shipley will take a seat. 22 seconds left here in the third. 34-24 the score. Judson with the lead, and they'll have the basketball. Bringing it across is Johnston. Kicks it all the way over to DeBoard on the left wing. She'll bring it back to the middle. Spins. Kicks it. Craig. Top of the key. Dribbles. Gives it over to Morrow. 4 seconds now. DeBoard all the way at the volleyball line. Pass to Johnston. She'll throw up a prayer, and it is just short. So 3 quarters are done. And Judson has been able to extend their lead. They lead it now 34-24. 10 points heading to the fourth. We'll see how it comes out here. 8 minutes to play in the holiday tournament at Plymouth. Judson vying to win it here. We'll see what happens.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's.
Back at Edison Court here at Plymouth High School, Rusty Nix and Peyton Skirvin. 34-24, Plymouth will have it to start the fourth quarter. It's Lydia Ray with it. She'll go to the right side. Gets it up to the top of the key to Chloe Horton. Pass picked up by Warner. Good job to save it. Now Ray on the block, kicks to Warner in the corner. She'll drive it. Paint kicks to Frank at the top, or I should say Scruggs at the top of the key. Cross court to Ray on the right wing. Trying to get Ella Davis, who's on the floor here again. Warner in the corner. No good. Rebound by Scruggs. She can't hit it. Goes after her own rebound again. It's dropped out of bounds. It's going to stay Plymouth ball.
Yeah, Scruggs has been a machine on the boards. A couple of good opportunities at the basket, too.
She's got 5 boards now. And bringing it in will be Lydia Ray. Looking for somewhere to go. Needs help. Gets it from Scruggs. It goes straight to the bucket. Gets fouled on the way there. She'll shoot some free throws. Boy, you got to hit your free throws here.
You really do, Rusty. You got to find a way to just keep putting points on the board. You've struggled. You have. I mean, 24 points so far is not going to bode well.
Second foul on Tunis here. And Scruggs at the line hits the first one. 1 for 3 from the line tonight. She'll get a second one. It's been a really well-played game. Second shot. Bounces off the bat. This has got to be a point of emphasis. Like a couple of years ago, remember all the hand check calls?
Oh, absolutely, Rusty.
It's going to be
always the point of emphasis.
Lane violation. We've seen more of those this year than we've seen in than I've seen in 20 years. 7:20 to play, all the way on the break. Kennedy with a shot. Beautiful job by DeBoard to bring it all the way down the floor. Found Kennedy on the block, and it's 36-25. Underneath, Ella Davis has it blocked, and going to get a foul here. Ella Davis had some really good minutes last night against some really solid post players from New Prairie, the Dutcher sisters. And she'll be at the line now for 2. 36-25. You can tell some of the Judson faithful don't like the call.
I'm glad they're letting them know. You know, sometimes officials just don't get yelled at enough, right, Russell?
Well, yeah, you're right. It just never happens, does it? I've never heard anybody question an official. Second one goes in. Ella Davis 2 for 2 on that trip, makes it 36-27. One of those jobs, you're never going to make anybody happy. Pass comes across the timeline. Chloe Horton with the interception. Scruggs trying to hit Ray on the other block. It's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Plymouth turning up that pressure as they need to, Rusty, down quite a few possessions here.
You know, Chloe Horton not scoring a lot of points the last 2 nights. She's doing other things. There she gets the inbound. She'll turn and shoot it and gets fouled on the way there, so she'll shoot free throws. She's got 5 boards now, a couple of assists, a couple of steals. She's one of those players that says, okay, if you're going to take my points away, I'm going to figure out another way that I can help my team.
Absolutely she is. See if she can knock down a couple here.
She'll get 2 shots, and the first one is everything but good.
I think it touched every bit of the
rattled around her and then just came out. That's been the kind of weekend for both Plymouth teams. That's kind of the shots they've been getting. They go everything but down. That one, nothing but net. And so 1 of 2 from the line there makes it 36-28, 6:47. And Scruggs with a dangerous defensive play. Got in the way of Tunis, and then they had her knock the ball off her leg, a turnover. The 5th for North Judson. It'll go back to Plymouth.
Well, Plymouth needed some turnovers, now need a basket.
It was really close to a foul, but Brooklyn able to make a good defensive play. Hand off to Ray, way out away from the basket now, starting the offense. Tunis all over Ray. Pass goes to Scruggs. She'll go to the paint, lays it up with the left hand and lays it in. Brooklyn Scruggs having a great night. 6 points, 5 rebounds for her. 36-30. Now Kennedy has the ball knocked away by Horton. Stolen by Scruggs. She'll get it over to Ray. Ray will get it to Horton. She'll drive it to the block, lays it up. No good. We got a foul. Bodies everywhere. I don't think we're going to have a foul. I think we're going to have a stoppage just to keep people from getting hurt. Well, they're going to call a foul.
Flopping. They called flopping.
A flop? No. No.
There was no flop.
I'm sorry. There was too much physical contact under there.
A lot of contact.
There's a lot of bodies in there banging around.
I don't see.
You know, it's funny.
This has been a flopping
every
game.
time I've seen that called so far this year, it's the one time in the game that I absolutely couldn't. It wasn't.
Shocking.
Pass comes in deep. Ella Davis will run it down. Gets it to Scruggs, who has it knocked out of her hands. And now we're going to get another foul. That one going to be on Avery Johnston. Number 4 on her. That would be a huge loss. Johnston, one of the main players out there handling the ball, keeping this offense moving, and a real defensive presence. She'll have to sit with 6 minutes to play. 36-30. Pass comes into Horton. She'll try to drive it to the baseline. Cut off, double team, gets it to Ray. Now to Warner. Right wing. Looking in the middle, nothing there. Gives it up to Horton. Off the screens. Scruggs drives it to the paint. Kicks it back out to Ray on the left wing. She'll dribble back to the middle. Looking left side now. Gives it over to Ella Davis, way out away from the basket. Now Horton. Thought about the 3 from the volleyball line. Gives it up to Warner, to Scruggs. She'll drive it, cut off. Kicks it. Warner will take the 3 off the rim, and Chloe Horton will pick up a foul. That was an obvious one right over the back of Shiloh DeBoard.
It's all right. Plymouth's best offense last few minutes has been that full court press and then getting wide open layups off of it. So let's see if they're able to do that again.
36-30. And they'll be in full court pressure. Pass comes to Morrow. Now off the hands of DeBoard. Now she's having trouble with it. Gets it to the middle to Morrow. Right side now to Tunis. That's whose hands you want it in. She's a threat to score anytime she touches it on this half of the floor. She'll dribble it back to the middle. Turns inside. Going to go to the paint. Lays it up off the front of the rim. Rebound to Scruggs, who has it taken right away by DeBoard. Pass to Tunis underneath, and she'll get fouled.
With a game as physical as this, man, it's just tough. Tough on these officials to decide what's the right amount of contact and what's too much.
A lot of contact between DeBoard and Scruggs. DeBoard took it out of her hands, gave it to Tunis, and Tunis will shoot free throws. Ray with foul number 3. First shot is up. That one is good. She'll get a second one. What's 8 and 9? 17. Make that 18.
Solid night so far, and we still got 5 minutes.
18 points now for Tunis, 38-30. Pass goes to the right side. You're the math teacher. I forgot about that. I should be asking you about all these questions.
Please don't.
Pass is deflected out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to Judson.
And just when Plymouth got it within 6, Judson kind of locking in and turning up the pressure themselves.
10 turnovers now for Plymouth. That is the second one here in the second half, though. So they toned that down completely, but this one hurts. 4:36. Yeah, I know, 4:36 left, but you're at that point where every possession matters. DeBoard has Burkett all alone on the block. They've got 3 guards that can penetrate and pitch, and they are using that perfectly.
Yeah, that's well said, Rusty. I mean, they are just penetrating into that lane and finding the open drop-off again and again.
There is always an open person on the other block when somebody drives to one side or the other, and DeBoard has been able to find them. Johnson has been able to find them. It's just been that kind of a night. And then Tunis reining it in from 3. It's been a long night defensively for Plymouth. They still have only allowed 40, and now a travel call. It's going to go all the way back again. So 11 turnovers now for Plymouth. That's the thing. As well as Judson's offense has played, you've still only given them 40 points.
Yeah, right. You're completely right, Rusty, and that's just – you can't turn the ball over 11 times, though.
4:04 to play, 40-30, 10-point Judson lead. Tunis, Morrow, looks like the Jays are going to be happy to just run clock here as much as they can. Maybe wait for a foul or a layup. Craig has it, tries to drive it, has it knocked out of her hands, and it ends up in the hands of Scruggs. She'll try to go coast to coast, and she's going to get a charge. Wasn't much doubt about that one. Morrow had moss growing on her feet, waiting for Scruggs to get there. Brooklyn just lowered her shoulder.
I don't know. It would have been a great time for a flopping goal. Yeah, no, that's pretty clear contact.
That was one of those no doubters. 99.9% of the time, I think a charging call is flip a coin, but that was one where it was no coin to flip. That was clearly textbook. Pass comes in, full court pressure again. DeBoard with it, trying to beat it with the dribble, gets it to Burkett instead. The pass deflected, but Morrow comes up with it on the right wing. Burkett with it, way out of way, gives it to DeBoard. They'll pull it out and make Plymouth come out and play defense. 3:24 now, 10-point Judson lead. Craig on the right side, cut off, dribbles back to the middle, throws it to DeBoard. Shipley guarding DeBoard, pass comes over to Craig. Hands it off to Tunis. Now to Morrow, just playing catch around the 10-second line. Horton tries to double team with Ray. We're going to get a blocking foul, I think.
I got a timeout first, I think.
Well, yeah. There was a blocking foul, but we got a timeout from Judson.
They both blew the whistle.
I think it's right. I think the official that called the foul did blow it just a split second after the timeout was called. So we'll take a break as well. 40-30 our score, 3:03 to play. Judson trying to take a win here in the Plymouth Holiday Tournament.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Back at Edison Court here at Plymouth High School. 3:03 to play, and out of the timeout, Judson will have the possession. Over in front of the adult fans on the other side. Drive by DeBoard, cut off. Tunis has it, right side to Burkett. Hands it off to Johnston, back on the floor here for the last 3 minutes. They'll give it up to Tunis. DeBoard drives it all alone on the block, and a great play by Ray to knock it out of bounds, but it'll stay at Judson ball, saved the bucket. As once again, wide open shooter on the block for Judson with a driver coming in and a clear path. Now they'll toss it into DeBoard on the right block, knocked out of her hands by Scruggs. She'll recover it and then knock it off her leg to keep possession.
And nice little smart play. Trap it in the corner, find a foot, throw it off it.
I used to try that, but it used to be my foot. 2:39, 40-30. As you can tell, there's a reason why I didn't play. Pass comes in to Tunis. Working out around the top of the key. Gives it up to Avery Johnson. I was going to say, she's got to be back on the floor. She's one of their, you talk about the hands team, Johnston, DeBoard, and Tunis. And that's who's standing out there playing catch with it right now. All three of them can shoot it. All three of them just rock solid handling the basketball. Not sure what they're going to do about that. Johnston getting a little mad. She got hit in the face.
Great pass, though.
Didn't hurt her vision as she finds Burkett all alone on that block, and it's 42-30. Ray now looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Horton. Horton's going to take the three from the volleyball line. Just misses it. And the rebound comes down in the hands of Burkett. Minute 50 to play. Plymouth trails it by 12. Judson with the ball. They're going to play keep away again. And it's DeBoard, Tunis, and Johnston just out near the timeline playing catch. Had a chance to go to the block again, but they're more than happy to run as many seconds off the clock as they can. Cross court to DeBoard. She'll drive it to the paint, kick it. Now all the way back around, Tunis to Johnston. They can Plymouth play defense through the whole court. That's going to do it for Shipley as she'll commit a foul with a minute 20 to go. Really don't have any choice if they're going to play catch like it around there. You got to get a possession back. And now coming back out to the floor will be Peyton Ellinger. She'll take Shipley's spot.
Well, and you're trying to predict what's that next pass going to be, where can you get that turnover, but with those pass fakes and with Judson moving around enough, it's difficult to guess.
And you got three people with the ball in their hands who actually absolutely know what to do with it. Tunis, cross court, goes to Johnston. Back to Tunis, just playing catch out around the timeline. DeBoard has Morrow. She thought about the shot, and DeBoard's like, no, take that back up top. She does. Johnston over to Tunis. Once again, just playing catch around the 10-second line. Not much chance that you're going to do anything about it without losing track of everybody under. And there's Burkett again. Misses the layup this time, and Horton comes away with her sixth rebound, trying to push the issue. Gets to the paint, throws up a shot, and somehow it went down.
Wow.
Horton just threw it in the air, and it went down. 42-32. 30 seconds, Johnson had a chance to run to the basket. She's just going to play catch instead. It's going to be Tunis, cross court to Johnson again, and they're just going to work this around until they get a foul again. This one's going to be on Horton.
Yeah, not enough time now, Rusty. Down 10 with 20 seconds left. It's be hard-pressed to make that one happen.
Hard-pressed to make that happen for sure. They're going to give that to Warner. She was out there too, so Olivia Warner will get her first foul, and it'll send Johnston to the free throw line. And looks like Judson in their first year here in the Plymouth Holiday Tournament going to take a championship. Johnston misses a free throw.
Tell you what, they've played well too, Rusty. It's not no fluke, that's for sure. They are a good basketball team.
Really good defense. Playing some really good defense. We had two good defensive teams tonight. Second shot is up, and that one no good. Ellinger will come away with a rebound. Plymouth will bring it up. So 0 for 2 for Johnston there on the free throw line. 10 seconds left. Chloe Horton takes the three, misses it. Rebound comes down to Ellinger. We're going to get a foul. I wonder who that's going to be on, because it looked like Ellinger was going over the back. And they're going to give it to Burkett, saying she slid in underneath. That was one of those that from where I'm sitting, I couldn't see either way, but somebody did something wrong. Ellinger will go to the free throw line now. First one is up and good. Peyton Ellinger, her first point tonight. Number 2 coming up here. That shot is up. That one is no good, and it falls into the hands of Scruggs, who gets fouled.
She's played well tonight, Rusty.
That's her 8th rebound. And she'll shoot some free throws. She's got 6 points so far. And she'll shoot 2 here. First one is up, and that one is no good. 2 for 5 from the line for Brooklyn tonight. Second one goes up in the air. That one goes down. And
no foul. Yep.
Pass
foul.
comes in. We're going to have another foul with 4 seconds left. A 42-34 lead. That's going to be on Horton. She's got 4 now. And going to the line will be Kaya Burkett.
Kaya Burkett to the line for 2.
First shot is up. That one is no good. Boy, free throw shooting has been at a premium.
Yeah, it might be time for new rims or something. I don't know.
Friendly
rolls today.
Let's get
investigation.
Let's get
the FBI on it.
Oh, I was thinking Corbett on it. That'd be a good job for him.
He's too
to
busy.
investigate that. Oh yeah, you're right. Last second shot by Ray will miss. points, and that's going to do it. And so, in their first appearance here in the Plymouth Holiday Tournament, North Judson comes away with a 43-34 girls championship win over the host team, Plymouth. Take a break. When we come back, we will sum it all up. You're listening to Max 98.3 coverage of the Plymouth Holiday Tournament.
At Marshall County REMC, they are more than just your electric provider. They're your neighbors, your partners, and your connection to a brighter future. Since 1936, they have been powering homes, farms, and businesses with reliable service, innovative energy solutions, and a commitment to our community that never wavers. It's not just about keeping the lights on, it's about keeping our community strong. Marshall County REMC, powering progress, powering you. Learn more at marshallremc.com.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today. McDonald's restaurants in Plymouth and Bremen, Indiana are now owned and operated by local residents Bill and Flo Bolt. Bolt Enterprises are proud to own and operate all 4 McDonald's restaurants in Marshall County. Become part of the McDonald's family today with Bolt Enterprises McDonald's. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, Cooling of Plymouth has become one of the leading service companies in northern Indiana, serving Marshall, Stark, St. Joe, Fulton, LaPorte, Elkhart, and Kosciuszko County since 2014. They specialize in residential, commercial plumbing, heating, and cooling services. They also handle drain cleaning, water heater repair, commercial refrigeration, furnaces, generators, and much more. And they're the area's only York brand dealer. That's why Michiana has made Absolute Heating and Cooling their one-stop shop for service needs. Locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience in the trade. Visit their website at absolutephc.com for complete service information. Absolute Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, the area's top York brand dealer. Time now for the post-game, brought to you by McDonald's.
Well, we've watched North Judson take a win in the Plymouth ladies version of the holiday tournament here with a 43-34 victory over the host team, Plymouth. Basically, it comes down once again, turnovers, that great defense by North Judson. They were able to create a bunch of them, and then offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Rusty, I mean, that is, like you said, that's been the story. Is definitely offensive rebounds. I thought Judson created a lot of extra possessions for themselves, but, they played fantastic defense in both games, and that's a reason they're walking away with hardware, and I'd expect to see a little bit more here once tournament time rolls around.
On the other side, on the positive side for Plymouth, you got a lot of really good minutes out of some really young players. You're starting to see some girls really – I know coaches are really fond of saying this, but it does have its basis in fact. There aren't any freshmen or sophomores out there anymore. They're sophomores and juniors now, and that's starting to show on the Plymouth side.
Yeah, I agree, Rusty. And I thought they played well for most of the game. Just had a hard time getting some shots to fall down and finding some points on that just stingy North Judson defense. But some things to build on. You got to be happy with winning that first game, and a lot of challenges lie ahead here for Plymouth.
What did you say 9-6 was?
9-6.
9 and. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that. Trying to run down the scores here. These are unofficial, to say the least. So let's run them down. For Plymouth, it was Lydia Ray with 12 points. Brooklyn Scruggs had 7, but she had 8 rebounds to go with that and 2 steals by my count. Chloe Horton had 8 points. She had 6 boards, 2 assists. A steal for her as well. Peyton Ellinger with 1 point, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Olivia Warner had 3 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And Ella Davis had 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 2 points. North Judson, it was Shiloh DeBoard with 13. Kaylin Tunis had 18. Now, DeBoard also had 4 rebounds and 2 assists and was really running that offense for most of the game. 4 points for Kaya Burkett off the bench, 3 rebounds for her. And Annabelle Kennedy had 4 points, but she also had 4 big boards in the first half. I think they were all offensive boards, too, which are always important. And so that's a rundown of your statistics. Once again, I mean, just North Judson has some really nice pieces. They're going to have a nice run in that tournament.
Yeah, Rusty, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to end up doing this season because for the rest of the way because I thought they really impressed here at this tournament.
They're still in the, I haven't checked the HNAC standings lately, but they've got to be right there with Winamac, probably. Winamac, I have a feeling, hasn't been beaten yet. But I would feel they've got a real shot at that, too, if it's still in reach. Mm-hmm. And really a good performance by them tonight. It's the second time I've seen them play. First time was the other night. So they are they're a force to be reckoned with in that sectional and that conference as they go down the line. Take a quick break. We got one more thing to do. We have players of the game, and we'll be right back.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Bourbon Street Pizza presents the player of the game.
And our players of the game, we have 2 teams in our coverage area. For Plymouth, Chloe Horton did a lot of things away from the basketballs. They kept her from scoring, but I agree with you. I think Brooklyn Scruggs came off that bench early, got in foul trouble actually a little bit early, but was able to stay out of it the rest of the way. Had 7 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. Brooklyn Scruggs going to be our player of the game for Plymouth.
Yeah, well-deserved, Rusty. I thought she played really well, and I think she's going to continue to get minutes, more minutes going down the stretch here with how well she played.
On the other side, once again, you got a bunch of folks that you could give it to. I thought that, once again, Kaylin Tunis, you just cannot leave her alone at all. She will kill you. 18 points again tonight. But I really like Shiloh DeBoard. I thought she did a great job of running that offense, getting the ball in the hands of the right people. Ends up with 13 points of her own, but she also had 4 rebounds, a couple of assists, steal or 2 on the way. So I think we should go with Shiloh DeBoard, if you'll agree with that.
I do agree, Rusty. I thought she played well. I thought there was multiple girls probably deserving on this North Judson team, but they definitely deserve this championship here tonight.
Well, that's going to do it for us here. Once again, North Judson, the champions of the Plymouth Holiday Tournament. They win 43-34 in the girls' championship game. Don't forget, coming up Tuesday, Peyton and I will be at Triton High School, and it's going to be Triton against LaVille. You remember that one last year?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
And then they came back and played each other in the Bi-County, which was another classic. Well, we're going to have that one on Tuesday night at Triton High School. That'll start right about 7 with our pregame. And then Saturday night, we're going to be back here at Plymouth. Or no, we're not going to be at Plymouth. Why do I keep thinking it's at Plymouth? It's at Argus. We're going to be at Argus High School. And the Plymouth Pilgrims take on Argus. Boys game on Saturday. That one, once again, will start at 7 o'clock, our 7:30 tip-off. And once again, Peyton will join me. Man, thanks for joining me for the day. It's been fun. And thank you for joining me for the day. It's been fun. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday. Have yourselves a great weekend.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coca-Cola, Hoosier Tire, Marion's University Ancilla College, First Federal Bank, Big Coffee, McDonald's, Absolute Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Bourbon Street Pizza, Culver Portside Marina, Marshall County REMC, the Pilot News Group, Marshall County Fiber, Johnson Danielson Funeral Home. Don't forget to visit us online at sportsthemax.net, on Facebook, and on the web.